Hello everyone, Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review that's really just way past due. This book actually came out on December 13th, but because of the holidays and everything, I had not had a chance to read it. But here we are now talking about The Devil That Wears My Face. Number 3, this is a book from Mad Cave Studios. Let's take a look at the creative team before we get into this book. This book is written by David Pepose, who is also writing Punisher at the time, with art by Alex Cormack and Justin Birch on letters. Really cool stuff. I am really digging this book. For those that are not caught up on this, we have a couple reviews for the first 2 issues on the channel. But this is pretty much what if The Exorcist and Face Off, like the devil, that wears your face. It's pretty much out there. Like that's the overall premise of the book. Now, in this issue, with the future of the Vatican in dire peril, the demonic legion has gleefully turned the Curia against itself. But following his harrowing escape from captivity, Father Vieri returns to Rome with a dangerous plan to retrieve the stolen body, a plan that will force him to create an all-new identity and capture the devil. With the mysterious Iscariot blade at his side, can Legion's treachery survive the deadly designs of the Marquis de Lazarus, or will the intrigue of the Inquisition thwart even the best laid plans of an exorcist? As I mentioned, this book came out on December 13th, but the reason I'm catching up is because next week, as the time of recording of this video, we will have the next issue of this, so I want to make sure to get caught up. This book has been excellent. It has a really fun mix of horror and then kind of like thriller, and of course the action of like all the stuff. But it's definitely pretty out there. Like Cormac goes all out on the gore when he has to, and I think that's very interesting. And of course, David Pepose is just such a he weaves such a fine story between what's going on at the Vatican, what we're doing to try to get back, and then the challenges that our characters kind of have to face all throughout, because there's different things that kind of get in the way, right? Especially in a setting like this in the old times, travel, communication, like all those things really add another layer of it. And of course, all the challenges that come with a supernatural occurrence happening around the church. So let's take a look at some of the preview art, because as I mentioned, Cormac pulls no punches in this issue. One thing I also really appreciate is Birch's lettering is inverted when we are listening or reading Legion's dialogue, which is very cool. Like the narration from Legion inverts from black background with the white lettering. Here we see that Legion, as Father Vieri in the body of Father Vieri, has been committing a lot of different, setting up a lot of different things, but also just committing a lot of horrible stuff that he's been doing in the Vatican. Also, we see here, Father Vieri in a different body, trying to get his body back. So he's finally recruited the help of Maria to help him there. I do love the juxtaposition of the carnival imagery with the strip, and then everything that also all that juxtaposed with Father Vieri. Now, one thing I hadn't fully noticed or realized is that anytime Legion is on the screen and or on the page, and he's kind of plotting, or he's actually making his plans to move forward, you can see those bubbles, like the little bubbling around him. um Maybe I should have caught that on earlier, but I just, in this issue, it was made very clear that whenever Legion is at his worst, at his plotting the worst. I also really love the expressions that Legion has in the body of Father Vieri, because he doesn't need to take any shit from the Catholic Church. He doesn't need to like follow the directions, but for his plan to keep going according to his design, he has to make some compromises. So very interesting stuff. This has a very cool twist towards the end, so I'm actually very excited to figure out what happens on the next issue. So if you have read this book, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. As always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.